Hi, I'm Dave Stair, the founder of Dry Creek Vineyard. This is our 50th harvest year. While at Davis, most of my free time was spent over in Sonoma and Napa, Minnesota, looking at property, and it became quite evident in the search that the place to buy a small winery or start a small winery was the Dry Creek Valley of northern Sonoma County. Dry Creek had had a history of grape growing and winemaking going back well over 100 years, and it just seemed like the time and the place to do it. We had no winery here in '72, just a rundown fruit orchard. But that fall, we crushed over at Cuvée in Calistoga in the northern end of the Napa Valley. In '73, we built this building, the first building at the winery, and since '73, everything has been done here. One of the funny stories from '72 I like to occasionally tell is that when we bought the grapes from Bob, he said, "Dave, can you have someone drive our truck over there? We don't have an extra guy to drive the truck from this place over to Cuvées and back." And I said, "Sure, our guy, Mike Ruggie, would be happy to drive." Well, Mike drove the truck over, and about halfway over to Calistoga, the radiator sprung a leak and the engine overheated. And Mike, being a resourceful guy, and also he loved to chewing gum, he chewed up a big wad of bubble gum, shoved it in the hole in the radiator, and went to the farmhouse and got a couple of gallons of water and refilled the radiator and filled it, got the truck running, and limped into Cuvée. When loaded the grapes, and the next day we had to figure out how to get the truck back. But eventually we ended up buying that truck with a new radiator, and it became our winery truck for about 8 or 9 years until we could afford to buy a better truck. But it was one of our initial pieces of equipment, and we have lots of fond memories of it. We used to call it Old Lefty because it had a hard time turning right, but it could turn left very easily.